Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 1st of July 2024. So S&P surges to best election year high since 1976 as rate cut hopes and macro data collapse. Yes, it's starting to look a bit uneasy out there, isn't it? Apart from the S&P that continues to make these new highs, and stocks and bonds whipsaw to US data on month quarter end. And more economic news to come this week. Obviously, we kick off today, Monday, with German prelim CPI, manufacturing, ISM manufacturing, and manufacturing prices from the US. And then Lagarde is speaking tonight at 8 p.m, which is an unusual time. Then as we go through the week, again, she's out on Tuesday, 2:30, that's tomorrow, and we've also got the European CPI year on year as well, so lots of news there. Also, Powell's going to be speaking tomorrow at 2:30 as well. Then we've got the JOLTS. If we've got the JOLTS, then we've got the ADP. If we've got the ADP, then we have the non-farm payroll with other things sprinkled in between there, other economic news items. So heavy week this week. CPI numbers are out next week, but this week there's enough to be going on with there to move prices. Probably for the S&P to keep on making new all-time highs. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let's have a look at Friday's performance and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, you can see we had a bit of a whipsaw session outside of the range of the previous day's bars, the low and the high there. Prices sideways overnight. We can see that we rallied to begin with. We traded up to Thursday's high, then we trailed all the way down to Friday's low, and then just at the close 9 p.m. we made a new low, which is reflected here for today. Market sideways overnight, just treading water there at the DP, the close, but it's got the 200 MA above the DP and the close there, so a bit of resistance there to try and break to the upside. So it's going to need some economic news that's positive in order to do this. In the German DAX, managing to start a new trend to the upside. We can see that they're starting to work its way through all of the averages there and starting to break to the upside. Let's just have a look. 200 MA is well below there, so we're bullish all the way through. In the 30-minute chart for Friday, you can see the market was up, came back down with the Dow. Where did it sit? 200 MA. Market's moved higher. It's actually made a gap, but it's filled the gap, so it's free to continue there. And that's on probably the French elections. Le Pen won the first round. Let's see what happens going forward. But the market not selling off on that basis of the so-called right-wing victory. But I think if I'm right, the French have two elections to decide the winner, but she's won the first round. So above Friday's high already for the DAX there. In the S&P 500, well, we need to remove this all-time high and replace it with this new one at 5524, which you can see there, made on Friday. No stop in the S&P, is there? We had a bit of a sideways move there, but we broke out of that on Friday. Let's see if we can get through this high this week. I suspect we will. And Friday it was fairly quiet. Then we put that new all-time high in. Market sold off until 9 p.m. and now we're trying to get back above the 200 MA and the 20 bar moving average, the 5, the 50 and the DP in order to move higher. If not, we'll see a retest of Friday's low. Meanwhile, in the FT100, sideways to lower at the moment. Looks like we're pulling back to 78% retracement there on a fib scale. Yeah, bang on 78. So the market got a bit of support there. And also, overnight prices are finding a move to the upside also. So Friday, again, up all the way down with the US and then back up at the 9 p.m. on the electronic market. The close and the DP are, we've closed above we're trading above the close, and the DP we're just about to give this a go. And the 50 EMA is in the way there. We also note the 200 MA is above, so a bit of weakness there as well if you look at the bigger picture or bigger trend. And then we've got the high of Friday there as well. US dollar is two red bars there at the moment, Friday and overnight. Whether that remains, we will have to see. But let's have a look at the impact of this in the metals markets. And in silver, trying to move higher on Friday, was slammed back down, and it's not looking too bright overnight, despite the fact that the dollar is sideways to lower. So Friday, silver prices were allowed to move up. They said that's enough. Hit the market to the downside, and we've already broken the 200 MA as well. We bounced off it once, but we've broken this convincingly. So down to the low we go today, despite the fact that the dollar is showing some weakness there. Gold just consolidating, stuck in a range, and in the 30-minute chart, same thing, up, slammed down, but I suppose a bit closer to the low than Friday's low than silver is at the moment, but the 200 MA is down there as well to support the gold price. In the gold-silver ratio, sideways at the moment, as can be seen there, at the 80 level. If this breaks, we head up back towards the 88. And as I mentioned in last week's, we've broken that downtrend now, and these lower highs, they've been taken out, as we can see, with it starting to move back to the upside and moving there. So again, I wouldn't be surprised to see silver price lower and the gold silver ratio moving back up to 88. And in Singapore, not Singapore, Shanghai this is, isn't it? Not Singapore. And it began with an S. Right, Shanghai is 32.97, and London, of course, always $4 behind 29.37, because they can do it with the derivatives. Right, so a quick look at Friday's trades. So kicking off the session, we had the main move really before the market opened. This has been a pattern that we've seen of late in the German DAX. We then moved lower, back down to the high where I got out of the trade. I'll just wind this back, you'll see there, I thought, well, get out, there'll be support there, and there was support, but then that turned back into weakness, and the market then drifted lower down to the close before it came all the way back, and then we headed into the afternoon with the 200 MA being tested again once more there, down to the high, then continuing below. This was following the Dow's electronic move. And then in the afternoon, we brought the market back up to the high there. And then prices coming back down. They were filled. And then going back up to the high with a new signal. You can see there. So we had the sell. Market found support. Came back. We had a buy. That cancels the sell. And the market then moving back to the upside once more. Back above the 200 MA. This holds for a while, and then we get another sell there, moving back to the downside there through the close, and then back down towards the DP. And again, you can see how the 200 average there, once it came back, the market moving lower. So yeah, it was a good afternoon. Unfortunately, I wasn't at the desk, which is why you're not seeing the lines cleared off there. But certainly profits to be had apart from this one losing trade, whereas the others went on to make some nice profits and trends with the market as well there. Quick look at the overnight for the DAX, and you can see we're already above the high, which we've already discussed. So the DAX moving higher once more, obviously not phased at all by, let's say, Le Pen winning the first round. So maybe she's not going to win the second and Macron will return. Maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know, but interesting to see. Right, that will do it for this one. Lots of news this week and out today as well. So we should have a bit more volatility and hopefully a bit more direction as well. So with that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.